So I did this. So you rip it this way. Ouch! 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 Ooh! That didn't do shit but hurt. Woo! That didn't do shit but hurt. You pulled it the wrong way. Well, I didn't know. I'm not a trained professional. It didn't work anyway. It hurt. Should have ripped it up. Well, do you want me to try it again? See, let's go in here and get another one and try it again and see if I can rip. Rip it the correct way. Rip it towards the hair growth. I got some long ass leg hairs though. Whew, that shit hurt. But not as bad as if I'd have put it on my coater. I got another one in here. There's a possibility my pants leg's gonna stick to it. Oh. Things I do to entertain y'all on the internet. And I probably didn't hold it right and rip it right. I'm going to get me a wax warmer. I think that'll work a lot better. These are just some cheap strips that somebody sent me. Good evening. There you go. Ouch. Alright. Same spot. Let's pull my sock down. Look at all that leg hair. You can't see it, but it's there. Trust me. I look like a man. Get it good and hot. She said rip it up. Hold the skin tight. 1, 2. Ow! Woo! I'm bleeding. Ouch! Holy shit! Whew. Whew. Right. Girl, when's the last time you shaved? A year and a half ago. A year and a half ago. Whew. No, it didn't hurt. It didn't hurt one bit. Felt good. Felt good. Now I gotta do the rest of my leg. Should I do it on camera? Should I do the rest? And I just got hair like below my knee. Whoo, it's smooth, it's bleeding a little bit. That's how you know it pulled it from the root. Alright, let's go get the rest of them. I don't know if I got enough to do both legs. But, oh, it's smooth. It's like my soul left my body. Just like, turn off TikTok. Somebody just said that. Suck my butthole. And I assume this is the cleanup stuff. Oh, somebody sent these to me. you know who you was. I will never, ever have a Brazilian wax after this. Ever. These are wax strips. I'm going to try to get them hot. They smell like gum. Oh, yes. It is wax. I've already started. I've already done 2. Let's do a 3rd. The 3rd time's a charm for me to stop. Really hard to get apart, by the way. You gotta heat warm in them. We're just going to leave that a few minutes. I'm going to get brave. I'm going to be brave. Hold the skin tight and rip. Because for one, I don't own a razor. For 2, it breaks me out. And for 3, this is funner for y'all. I'm sweating. I'm sweating, y'all. I am sweating. Whoo. Oh, 1, 2. I can do this. I can do this. It's not that bad. Just rip it off like a Band-Aid. 1, 2. Ouch! Ouch! Woo! 3. I'd reuse this one. Whoo! Shit, boy, that fucking hurt. Next, armpits. No. No, no, no. This is a brand I don't know because the box is in yonder. Ah! Woo! I think I got it down now. Sound just like Ric Flair in here. You're brave. No, I'm just stupid. I'm just stupid. I'm not brave. Look at them sexy legs. Yeah, just like a chicken leg. Alright. There's a hairy part over here. You're not pulling it up. Yes, I am pulling it up. Up this way, towards the hair growth. I'm quite a ill person when I'm in pain, by the way. I'm ripping it this way. I wasn't ripping that up because that was just wax that was stuck to my leg and I had to get it off. Get it nice and warm. So it'll stick. I missed a couple of hairs. Let's see if I can get that one. I doubt I'll have enough for the other leg because there are only like 2 left. I doubt I'll have enough for this leg. But I assume this is the aftercare stuff. Hold your leg tight and rip like a 1, 2, 64, 17, 87. Whoo, just do it. Just do it. Gotta get that last little straggler hair down there. They're 2, 4, 6. They're 8 in a pack. Trying to use them as much as I can. I don't think they're that great. I wish I had some other ones. That's long ass hairs on me. Well, it does when they're not that great, and I haven't shaved in a year. Hello, what am I doing? I'm waxing my legs so y'all can get a better view. This whole part down here is smooth as a baby's butt, except for right there. So I still got the back and the side. Uh-oh. Well, that sucked. Well, this one's going to suck really bad because it's got double the wax on it. We had a malfunction. Yeah, it would be a lot easier to shave them. It didn't break me out so bad and it wasn't so entertaining for all of y'all. Everything's like 1, 2. Oh! Screwed up so it didn't get as much hair on it. I'm going to take a break because my leg's getting tired. And wipe my feet off so I can sit down for a minute. so smooth. You clench every time I do that. After I'll send you some razors. I can't shave, honey. I cannot. I have a skin condition, and I get infections. I've got infected cysts right now from trying to shave, and I've had to be put on antibiotics. Cannot shave. I would love a wax warmer. I wouldn't love one of them. No. We do not melt hair off and leave the roots. I just want to have naked legs. It won't hurt me to wax. Too bad. Just makes me sweat. Have you ever tried tape before? What's that? Got to get this good and warm so it'll pull apart. I don't want to fudge it up like I done the last one. Get a wax warmer or some wax beads. So I can wax my own self. No, this is my first time waxing my legs. And y'all get to see it. I won't pull this off until I get back on camera. So don't worry. Uh-oh. That one fell on the damn floor. I'm going to do two at once. Why not? Well, hell, I'm already sore and it's supposed to be bad weather tonight. So. Alright. Let's get it nice and warm. Smooth it down real good. Y'all ready? But you are on like the last one, so maybe next time. I've got two more. I'm probably going to order me some more tomorrow from Walmart. As long as I order 2 items, I'll bring them out here to the house. If I got enough money. Alright, here we go. 2 for 1. 1, 2. Oh, fuck's sake. Woo! That was a good rip. Alright, this is a hairy spot over here. There we go. Made you jump. It made my damn tentacles rise up. One, two. Woo! bad. It wasn't that bad. Well, it's mostly gone. Y'all want to see? Look, I ain't lying. It took the hair off. That one was better. I guess I'm going to do the back a little bit. I'm going to have to order some more. I still got some around my ankle. And then the back. And this side right here. So, hey! Try one on the other side. I don't want a naked spot on my other leg. We're doing one leg. We ain't doing both because I don't want a naked spot on the other leg. I'm waxing my legs for views and gifts. If you want the other leg, you got to send a big gift or send something to my Cash App. I ain't doing that. If you want the other leg, if you want the other sexy leg, look at all that hair. Gotta send a big gift for that. Let's get you a little closer where you can see the hair. Woo, it's like a man's leg. You got till I get these hot. It's like a wool sock over there. Sent me a meow. Oh, that's cute. Microwave for 15 seconds. I'm just going to warm it up in between my hands. I'll microwave the other ones. This is a year of not shaving. And I only grow hair below the knee. I don't grow any hair above the knee. It's my genetics. Alright. I didn't get no big gift. So we're doing the other leg. I'm going to get the last big spot of hair off of it. And I'll do the other one, the others. You're so lucky. No, I'm not. I look like a damn banded gorilla with all this damn hair. And I used to not have black hair below the knee either. It was just white hair, and it would just grow in patches. And as I've got a little bit older, now it's a forest. Like that one right there. It's on the back side. Alright. Where do I want to stick you? Right here, where this clump of hair is. He would. Hold it tight and rip it off. Oh! Ain't that bad. The first one is. Then you kind of get numb to it. Hey. Woo! My cat is not fucking hungry. He is vocal. He was out earlier. He's been fed today, watered, and his shit box cleaned. So he is not. Just because you hear an animal in the background does not mean that he is hungry. Woo! Hello. Alright, let's get this one off. See if I can use that one. One, two, woo! Wasn't that bad. After a while, the pain just runs together, y'all. You are kind of sweating. Well, that's as good as it's going to get till I get some more. So, let's put this all in the trash. And find my aftercare stuff. Get the goo off. Kind of dried out. I think this kit's kind of old. Just wet it. Well, I'm done. My leg feels all naked now. I know I gotta go sit down for a minute. I'm gonna do the other leg tomorrow. I'm sweating. I still got, it looks like I'm gonna break out from it. I hope not. I didn't exfoliate. I will exfoliate my other leg tomorrow before I do it. Because I don't have any more. I only had one pack. And I used them all on this leg. So I have to wait till tomorrow. I had to finish this leg up too. I still got some hairs right here on the side. And on the back and a couple of odd hairs. What to do, clean up strip. I put whatever they sent on it. And the only thing I have is witch hazel wipes for my badge. You missed it. I just waxed my legs. Well, one of them. Part of the way. Tacos. Hey, you missed it. I waxed my legs on camera. Well, one of them. Oops. Yeah. But don't worry. I'm going to do it again tomorrow night. I can't wax the other one. I don't have any wax strips now. I used them all. I feel like I'm going to have company. I feel like I'm going to have company. Pain made me hungry. I got to go raid the refrigerator. Yes, it is. Probably about 3 to 4 weeks, if I'm lucky. It depends on how fast my hair grows. You are. You should have been the one doing it. The first rip hurt the worst because I didn't know what I was doing. And I didn't jerk it hard enough. You had to rip that really fast. Now my leg really does hurt and burn. But it's okay. I'm used to it because I have waxed my eyebrows before. And I need to do them. And I'm scared to do them because if you rip all that hair off, you're going to look very funky. This is like the unbrush, but it's from Temu. There ain't nothing wrong with you putting me out and people think I'm starving you. Thank God I'm wearing deodorant. Turn the air down. Whoo! Oh, my leg hurts now. She was right. It may make your leg hurt. Well, nobody told me beforehand, and it's too late now. Yeah. I'll be alright. It'll quit hurting eventually. Everything's temporary. Speaking of ordeal, I have a story for y'all. There was this, sorry it's kind of dark in here. One of these years I'll be able to afford a new ceiling fan. I gotta take a break after that. I got my blood pressure up. Anyway, my brother was seeing this woman that was quite a bit older than him that was friends with my mother. And she told us TMI information. And I'm going to tell it to you because why not? But I'm going to make it PG. She told us that he wasn't satisfied with her main hole that she had because he said it was stretched out too loosey-goosey. Probably because she was a heavier girl, which was really insulting and mean, and she shouldn't have put up with that shit for a minute. But he was just an asshole. So he wanted to try it through the back door. And she's like, I don't want to because I'm scared it's going to hurt. Do you think if I put Orajel around my butthole that it'll numb it so it won't hurt? There wasn't a word spoke inside that damn truck. For 25 minutes, we just looked around at each other and the floor. So I had to answer because, hell, I was the only one going to be woman enough in that truck at the age of 16 to answer her ass. And I looked her dead in the damn eyes and I was like, I don't know. Try it and see. Put some on your butthole and thump it. If you can feel your fingers, then you can feel anything. I got too hot when I was waxing. So next time I saw her, I asked her, I said, did the Orajel work? She said, no, it didn't, and it hurt like hell, and I ain't never doing that shit again. I said, well, we all learned a lesson, didn't we? Don't put Orajel on your butthole to have booty dealings. She said it burnt a little bit. I bet it did. Bet it did. So, anyway, yeah, if you're wanting to try adventurous things, Orajel is not the way to go. Try AdamandEve.com. Where the numbing gel really works. I had no idea what she was talking about. I knew about the birds and the bees at 16, but I was so wet behind the ears back then. And I knew how it worked because things had been done to me, sort of, kind of. But I didn't know what in real she was talking about till many years later. Oopsie, the wrong hole. The wrong hole, my ass. Let's switch roles, and I'll be the dude. And I'll go, oopsie, wrong role. But every time somebody mentions damn Orajel, that's the first thing that comes to my mind. It's her asking me about the damn Orajel. She owed she OD'd, and her 13-year-old daughter found her a few years after I lost my mom. It was sad. Her little girl had to grow up in a home because nobody wouldn't have her. Say her daddy raised her little girl for about 10 years. And he got sick and passed away, I think, with cancer. So she ended up getting custody of her back. And I had went to visit her, and I was starting to get preeclampsia, and I had a bad spell when I was up there while I was driving. And it scared the hell out of me. And it just got worse. And I actually hollered at my husband and them in front of her because I thought it was my blood sugar. And she didn't really talk to me after that. And then somebody told me that her little girl got up to go to school and found her in there just unresponsive, and they tried everything and they couldn't get her back. Her name was Relita. I can't even say it. She had a weird name. I can't pronounce it. But we just called her Ray. Relita. Hell, I can't say it. I keep on trying to say it. But her daughter had some mental challenges, and nobody didn't want to have to deal with her, so she got sent to a group home. She was the only one of my mom's friends that showed up to her funeral. I don't believe Anthony Smith was there, but he might have been. If he's on TikTok or if he sees this, you need to DM me. Norma Jean's in bad shape. And I cannot find him. He's like MIA. His mama used to live up there across the road from Coleman High School in town. I think it's Coleman. Might just be Coleman's school right there on the back streets of town. Anthony Smith. I don't think his mama lives there anymore. I think she sold it after her daughter passed away, but she used to live right there in town. I don't even know if his mama's still alive, to be honest. She was an older lady. His sister had cerebral palsy or something like that, and she didn't have a very long life expectancy, and she passed away in her 20s. Mama was trespassed from over there right before she died. She freaked out on him like she done everybody else, and was going over and calling him and messaging him and shit like that. And his mama called the law to her. And she almost got took to jail. They told her to leave, not come back. They was real ugly to her. But I told her, let's just leave. She wouldn't do it. I'm waiting for the cops. I'm right, one of them people. It's always some kind of crazy shit with Mama. She was crazy as hell. Couldn't go nowhere or do nothing. She'd embarrass the shit out of you. Couldn't even go to the doctor. She'd embarrass you. One time I went to go spend the night with my friends, and her daddy wanted to go and do something. I don't know. Maybe he was wanting to play pin the tail on the donkey. Hell if I know. But he wanted to get rid of his children for a little while. So he took me, her, and her two little brothers that was 2 or 3 years younger than she was. Those twin boys. They was not identical. They was fraternal twins. They didn't look identical, but they looked very similar. Their faces were totally different. I could always tell them apart. But anyway, he took us all up to the skating rink in Coleman. If anybody's from Alabama and you're from the Coleman area or know about the skating rink in Vermont, he took us up there and just dropped us off at the door. And none of us didn't know how to damn skate, so we just walked around in there and got us something to eat and danced when the music come on and stuff like that, and just enjoyed being up there because it was cool as hell. I don't know, she might have been able to skate and I just couldn't, so she decided she didn't want to skate, but I didn't know, so we didn't do it. Anyway, somehow, I don't know how, my grandmother found out that I had been dropped off at the skating rink. And she called my mother. My mother wasn't really that upset about it. But she was freaking out, and they come up there and got me and took me home because I hadn't told them that we was going there. What is the big deal? There was people in there watching us. We was with other kids. There wasn't no grown-ups like walking around in the skating area with us. It was kids only. And they have lock-ins up there where you drop your kid off and you don't come back and get them until in the morning. But my grandma was so hot and heavy about it, bitching and griping, and she said, well, if you'd have told me you was going, it'd been different. 10, 11 years old. So anyway, she come up there and got me and showed out, and that was the last time that they ever let me back over at their house. He said I couldn't come back because my mom and grandma showed out so bad. So I couldn't never go back to her dad's house. After about a year or so, everything cooled down, and she begged, and he let her bring me back a time or two more. It wasn't that big a deal. But my grandma was damn crazier than a Bessie bug. And I don't even know how she found out because I wasn't going to tell her. I think that he answered the phone and said, yeah, they're all up there at the skating rink. They're not here right now. I didn't lie to her. I just didn't tell her I was going. I didn't say the big deal. I was with them. I never left and went to somebody else's house. If I'd have done that, I would have told. But we was just doing a fun child activity. You know? It's like going to get something to eat. You don't tell them every time you leave the house. But she was like that. Like every time I'd go to my friend's house, she would pull up down there or call repeatedly over and over and over again. My grandmother would. And make me come home and embarrass me. Every time I'd go to my friend's house. And then she'd tell everybody that I was difficult, that I wouldn't listen to her, and that she wanted me to be sent to a group home. Or she would call my mom until she'd come and get me. And my mom didn't want me, so she'd just leave me somewhere. Because I didn't want to stay at home. But my brother had different rules. He could go to his friend's house. He could leave and stay gone for days or hours at a time, never call, never say anything. And she never said a word. There was a mobile home that was brought there for my aunt to live in. She never lived in it. He started hanging out in it and staying in it all the time, and she never said a fucking word. But if I wanted to go to my friend's house, it was always no, and I would just have to go against her wishes. And then she'd come down there and get me and make me come home. When my great-grandma and grandpa got sick, everything changed, and passed away. She stopped doing all that. Just stopped having anything to do with me. And then my mom died 4 years later. And, good night. I was just loose on the world. I lived with her supplier and his girlfriend and her 2 children for about 9 months, from the age of 14 to a little over 15. I was almost 16. And then from 16 until she died when I was almost 19 years old, I just stayed here and there and everywhere. I slept in the truck more nights than I care to mention, and I can still feel like metal rods stabbing up in my damn spine. In that damn truck seat, or that F-150. I just had to lock the doors and lay down in the seat. No, I never went to school. I went to work when I was 8. She told me I'd have to grow up, that being a kid was over with. And that I had to grow up and help her. So I went to work on paper route. Right now, she'd come wake me up and tell me it was time to get up and get ready and go work. If it's going to be cold or something. She'd tell me that my coveralls was in the dryer. Go in there and get them, put them on. I had coveralls. I put a shirt up under my coveralls. I put my coveralls on, and then I put a hoodie over them. So we'd get to the paper office about 1 o'clock. From 1 o'clock until about 6, we was delivering papers, 200-300 papers a night. Had to be rolled. All of them had to be rolled up, so we would roll them up, sometimes in advance or sometimes just in the car. Usually they didn't need to be inserted at the Coleman Times, but when she started running the Birmingham News, everything had to be inserted. They sent the papers over there to the paper office, and you had to insert them, so you had to come in there the day before and insert all the papers. And there was probably 400 or 500 papers on one route that you had to insert, and then you had to roll them all up. Tubes had to be banded with rubber bands, and half the time they'd break on you when you was trying to band them up, and they'd pop you, make it sore on you. You get so many paper cuts and just black from the ink. I had to roll the rest of them up. And if they had some kind of special insert for a holiday, then you'd have to use special bags. And you had to put them in little individual bags to be home deliveries. And then some of them were sent through the mail, so you'd have to put them in a sack and take them to the post office and drop them off. Racks, you'd have to get a banana. That's what it was called. It was called a banana. It's a little plastic hickey that's shaped like a banana, and it goes down inside the coin hole in the paper rack to trip the little mechanism to act like they can put a quarter in it, where you can open it without putting money in it. So you'd have to get the banana out of the car and change the racks. Put a new paper in the front of it, and then put whatever number of papers you're supposed to put in it, and you write down how many papers you get out. And then once a week on the Birmingham, not the Coleman Times, you would have to go and empty all the coins out of the rack. And then you'd have to pay them a percentage of whatever you made. And the rest of it you had to keep, and you had to roll all the coins up and put them in little rollers, little coin rollers, like from the bank, and turn them into the bank, cash them out. So I done that from 98 to 2006 or 2007. Every single night. Birmingham News ran 7 days a week, and Coleman Times ran 6 days a week. And if I was lucky, she'd take me home and let me go to sleep for a couple of hours before I had to get up and clean the whole house, and wash all the dishes, and wash their clothes, and fold them up and put them on in their dressers. But if I wasn't lucky, I'd have to go to the shop with her. And I could either lay my head down on their little desk where they watched videos for the rider trucks that they rented, and go to sleep and get a crick in my neck and my back. Or every once in a while, they would be a sleeping bag where I could lay down on the concrete floor behind the maintenance desk, where the maintenance computer was, where she had to put in the maintenance orders. Once she taught me how to do that, I had to do that too. For a couple of hours. And then we would get up and do it all, go home at 5 and get back up at 10 or 11. Do it all again. That was my life. No friends, no school, no being a kid. I worked. And cleaned the house and took care of everything. The coal miner's daughter she had a childhood. She chose that she wanted to get married, or she wanted to be with her husband at 13 or 14, and her daddy and mama was against it, and she just kept on pushing at it until they sent her off, and then she got pregnant right after they got together with that first baby. Her mom and daddy never wanted that for her. She wanted that. They shouldn't listen to her. She was a kid, but anyway. So my mama had me enrolled in a homeschool program until I got to the age where you can drop out. And then she told me that she couldn't afford to send me to school, and that they told her just to let me go take my GED because I was so behind and I didn't know half of the stuff I was supposed to. Because she never done the schoolwork with me or sent me to school. So at 16, I was told, guess what? You'll never get a high school diploma. Because you're so behind. They finally got some better safeguards in effect when I was about 15, 16 years old, 2005, 2006. And they made her do the SAT test with me. Hello. And I was so behind on everything. Like 3rd level, 4th level. That they're like, she just needs to study up and go take her GED. Now, I could go through one of these schools online, and I'm not even sure if they're really accredited. Pay $700. Do testing online. I've done it before, and I've done pretty good. I got like a 98 with a little bit of help with the reading because I'm dyslexic and I read shit backwards. But I done pretty good on that. Got 98s and 99s and 100s on all my tests. I could do that and get my high school diploma. But I just never had time with kids and marriage and life and all that shit getting in the way. Just put it off, put it off, put it off, back it up. And now I'm 34 years old, and I'm like, what the point? What is the point? But see, this state, you have to go in, and it makes me nervous as hell to be in a room full of people trying to take a damn test and somebody looking over your shoulder. If they had it like online where you could do it, I would do it, but I like to take my stuff on my own time, and I know it's a time test, and that's why I ain't never done it. Because you have to go in this big old room with hundreds of other people and take this test in a timely manner, and the stress and the anxiety of it, and everybody looking up over you, and the teacher walking around making sure that nobody's doing anything they ain't supposed to do, just makes me nervous as all get out, and I couldn't do it. And I know everybody says that's just an excuse, but I tried to, and a teacher kicked me out of the class one time. She said my dandruff was head lice and that she didn't want me in her classroom, and that she asked me to leave. They pulled me into the dean's office at Wallace State College because the way I dress. I went in comfortable clothes. I'd had kids all day. I was not dirty, but I was not in a suit and tie scenario. I just had on baggy clothes. So obviously I was nasty. So I never went back. And I have psoriasis of the scalp. Quit. I got pretty good on my pre-test. Yeah. Also, my husband almost unalived my daughter one time when he was watching her while I was going to a GED class. So I had to quit and go home and take care of my kids, stay at home with her. Because I was told by his mother, well, if you wouldn't be wasting your time over here with these classes, then you could have stayed at home with her. He's got things that he needs to do. What in the hell does he have to do? He don't have to fucking work. He gets a check just like I do. What is so important that he can't stay his ass at home for 2 freaking hours while I take a class and come and get me and drop me off and watch the baby? What is so important to him that he can't do that for 2 hours? Women and rugs. That's what's so important. It wasn't long after that he kidnapped our little girl and hid her away from me. And I borrowed a vehicle and went and hunted her down, and when I got her back, she was covered in bruises, handprint bruises. And from her toes to her head, she was covered in ant bites. Too damn long. He had been letting his woman that he was living with and didn't tell me nothing about, that lived in the same park as his mom and daddy in the trailer park. He'd been letting her and all of them just have Kay and I almost said her name. They was abusing her and he was abusing her. And one of the women in the trailer park said, I asked him about the big old handprint on her back, and he told me that she fell. She couldn't walk. So they was setting her in ant beds. And she said, I went out there and got her out of it. She was screaming. And I went over there and I demanded my daughter, and she told me I'd have to talk to him. So I went to his damn sister's house and pitched a fucking fit. And she called his mama and bitched her out, and I drove to Hansville McDonald's and got my little girl. Me big fucking pregnant. I was gonna beat that little skinny hoe's AWS. Her name was Angie. I was gonna whoop her freaking ass. pregnant or not. I was going to drag her out of there by the hair of her head and whoop the hell up out of her. She begged me, don't hurt me. It's not my fault. I just done what he asked me to do. He said you wasn't allowed to be around her. You was mean. And the reason why he took her is because I asked him to watch her. So he shoved me down and put her in the truck and locked the doors and took off. I've called the cops repeatedly on them and they wouldn't do shit. Cops ain't gonna do nothing. Took me 6 weeks to find my daughter. I wasn't allowed to have a cell phone, so I wanted to walk to the neighbor's house and use her phone to call somebody. And so he took my kid to call somebody. And so he took my kid and left. And I didn't have a vehicle, and I knew this lady named B, and she gave me her car, and I went and found my little girl. It was an Oldsmobile. See, he was the only one allowed to have a vehicle or anything. I was a second-class citizen. Wasn't allowed to have a cell phone. Wasn't allowed to talk to anybody. I was trying to screw him if I was talking to him. He complete control. Wasn't allowed to leave the house. Just there. My little girl was hungry one time. And I got my check. I probably 35, 36 weeks pregnant with Austin, my son. And I put her in a stroller and I walked 2 miles to the store to get my baby some food and something to drink because I called every freaking one of them and they said they couldn't waste their time and gas on me, that we could just drink water. And that they didn't know what to tell me. Try to call my husband and see if he can come over there. No, he's living with some other woman, Dora the Explorer. He wasn't going to come, and I didn't even know that because they all fucking lied. But I figured it out. And when I figured it out, we was at some kind of function down there in Crane Hill at Dallin Memorial Park. And it caused me to have a damn back spasm. To the point I couldn't. Dora the damn Explorer, that's what I call her damn ass. She'd tell me, I'm old enough to be your mama. Honey, my mama wouldn't fuck my husband. I could be your mom. No, you couldn't. My mama wouldn't fuck my husband. Oh, he loves me. He wants to marry me, but he said you won't give him a divorce. Why the hell would I give him a divorce when he wants it? I was mad as hell. Why in the hell would I make his life any fucking easier? I mean, shit. I don't want to be married to him. I can't stand him. But why would I do anything to make his life easier for him? He don't make my life no fucking easier. Shit, we'll just be petty bitches. So anyway, Dora the Explorer. I found out about her at a social event. I met him when I was 12 years old. He come to hang around my half-sibling. I met him when I was 12. He was quite a bit older than me. Mama said she didn't like the way he was looking at me. My mama was right. Mamas are always right about that shit. She ran him off. Guess a lot of people didn't know that because the only time they seen me was after me and him got together. But yeah, I met him when I was 12. And he was married and he was like 19, 20 years old, 22, something like that. But anyway, he stole my damn cell phone after I found out about Dora the Explorer and refused to give it back, or my car keys where I could leave, because I was going to stay with him and I wasn't going to leave him because he had come over there with another woman and he didn't know I was going to be there. So his mama finally bitched at him enough and he gave me my phone and my freaking keys back, and I left and told him he could kiss my ass and screamed at him. I was a feisty one back then. Hey. So I left. I don't remember where I went, but I went somewhere. Probably Taco Bell. But anyway, I left. And his family was so on my side, telling me all this bullshit. They was with me until they set me up and took my kids. And then guess what? Game match, bitch. You ain't got no say-so in nothing no more. And we don't give a shit about you, and we'll talk about you like a damn dirty-ass dog in front of anybody that'll listen. And make up all this bullshit on you. We got what we wanted. We just tried to keep you close until we could take your babies. That's all we was doing. We was just lying to you, drawing you in, trying to get you to trust us. Like that little snake off of the Jungle Book. Trust in me. Until he eats you and swallows you up. Just like everybody else. Tell y'all that lies and bullshit, and they don't mean a damn word that comes out of their mouth. They're just trying to get you close. You have a good night, too. My leg ain't burning so bad. I'd recommend you wax your legs at least once in your life. It ain't that bad once you pull it off a couple of times. Just hold the skin tight and rip real hard. Don't be like me with the first strip and try to pull it off slow. Rip it. Rip it like a Band-Aid. So when everybody asks me if I'll ever get married again, no. No, I won't. There ain't a person in this world that I would care about enough that I would want to be permanently tied to. A marriage is a contract with the government and your partner that they have a lot of say over your life and your finances and everything that you damn have. And I'll be damned. I'll be damned if anybody's going to have control over anything I do. And they're doing away with no-fault divorce. And all this other shit that they're doing to women. I'll be single, y'all. Do you have a doctor's appointment next week? No, I do not, because I could not afford to pay the doctor. So it looks like maybe next time. I thought about selling some of my dogs and trying to get up the money, but I just can't do it. I do have to give 3 of them a bath before I go to bed, so probably about to get off here in a minute. But my life has been pure hell, and so is them kids. I love my kids, and I don't regret them, and I don't wish they was not on this earth when I say this. But I wish I could go back in time and do a lot of things differently. Like, I don't have any puppies. They're dogs. They're like 2 or 3 years old. I wish I would have never got with him, never got hooked up with him, just let all that shit go. Even though I was in a real bad place, I wish I would just saved up a couple of checks. And rented me an apartment or something. And just been out on my own. I never got with nobody. Saved me so much heartache. Saved a lot of people a lot of strain and heartache and hurt in this world. 5 little babies that didn't ask for none of it. Just like I didn't. Ain't what I bargained for. He's with God already. He's been gone since 2019. He made too many bad decisions, which it ain't right for nobody to take a life. It ain't nobody's place to do that, except for faith and God and all that. It's what I think. It ain't nobody's place to take a life now. Somebody needs their ass whooped from time to time, and I truly, heartily believe that. Life does it most of the time, but it ain't right for nobody taking down life. Unless somebody's trying to take yours. And I will say that. And they got what they got. I have a bunch of mixed feelings about it. I have a lot of hate for him for all the shit that he done to me. All the hurt and the trauma that he caused. And for my babies. And at the same time, I'll never love nobody else the way I loved him. And so it'd be a dishonest and a lie to get with somebody else. Because it'll never be like that for me ever again. So I'm just here. And I tried real hard with that last relationship. I didn't love that man. It hurt my feelings that I tried so hard to be with him, and he just done me the same damn way that everybody else done me. Used me, abused me, and betrayed me. And that we had children together, and that I tried, but I never did really love him. I just said it. Not in the way I love my husband. I won't never feel that way again. That's a once in a lifetime feeling, and if the other person don't reciprocate that, and it's lost, you'll never ever have it again with nobody else. And he didn't. I don't even believe he loved himself. I believe he just done whatever he felt like made him a little bit happy. Who? It's like that song says, I'm still holding on to things that are dead and gone. It wasn't none of it real. It's all illusion of my imagination, all of it. Wasn't none of them feelings real because it wasn't real for the other person. It was one-sided. And I held on to him so tightly because I cared so much about him that he never He never cared a damn thing about me. Yeah, that same dog. She's 15. Boy, my husband could snore. He could rattle the paint off the damn wall. You could hear him from one side of the house all the way to the other. And I remember his sister asking me one night, we was staying with her, is that Adam snoring? I said, yeah. She said, how in the hell do you sleep? I'm used to it. Everybody in my damn family snores like a damn chainsaw when I'm running 90 miles to nothing. Hell, that ain't no big deal to me. That little boy of mine. I remember when he was a little baby and he used to snuggle up with me. He was so just precious. Adam Beard. I reckon it don't matter to say his name after all the shit we've been through. I was told that he wasn't my damn family. No, he wasn't. He was supposed to be my husband. But he wasn't. He was just somebody that I met and passed through my life just like so many other people have. Just caused more trauma and hurt along the way. So we wasn't nothing. I love it how his family told me that we wasn't fucking nothing, that he wasn't my damn family, he was their fucking family, and I better not speak about him. I guess we wasn't. I guess you're right. I wasn't nothing to nobody. No, he was adopted by his stepdaddy when he was a baby, about 6 months old. Jimmy Beard was his adopted father. My little boy was not sickly. He was born with a blockage in one of his kidneys, which is very common. He was a big boy. He was so happy when he was a baby, so happy. Always smiling. He had little fat rolls. He was just the best baby that you could ever ask for. He was a mama's boy too. He was up my ass. And then when he got took away and then gave back, there was a brokenness in our bond, and he didn't really like me too much after that. It took me a long time to get a relationship built back up with him, and as soon as I did, he was gone for good. And we've never had a really deep bond. I've tried, but it is what it is. I loved him so much. He used to wake up crying and climb in the bed with me. So he was scared and asked me if he could sleep with me. Of course he could. I'll fight all the demons and the devils off. Come on, climb in the bed with me and your brother and your other two sisters, well, your sister. Cassie wasn't there. Well, she was there. She'd climb in the bed with me too, and I'll be piled up. My oldest daughter, could sleep through brimstone and fire. Let me tell you that. There was a little gap between the bed and the wall, and I heard bloop, and I jumped straight up. Thought the baby had rolled off the bed or something. And this child had got turned upside down, had fell into the crack of the bed. And I'm trying to get her up, and she's just like a limp down sketty noodle. And I'm trying to jimmy her back up through there, and it's just like 75 pounds of dead weight. I tried for 20 minutes to wake this child up. And I could not wake her little ass up. I was trying so hard. I was like, Katie. And she went, I said, wake your little sleepy ass up and get back in the bed. You fell in the crease. So I did get something to put in the crease. But she fell in the crease and she shouldn't have been able to fit in the crease. But anyway, it took me forever to get this child out of this damn crease. She finally got up and climbed back in the bed and was whining a little bit. And she just snuggled back up to me, and I woke up the next morning with a toe in my damn mouth. Had a damn child's toe stuck in the side of my mouth. This child was like a fighting ninja in the bed with me. Like, she would go to sleep with her head up here by my head and her feet down there. And then I'd wake up and there'd be a toe stuck there in the side of my mouth. Like that. She'd flop around. Her brother didn't do that, but all of them snored. All my kids snore, by the way. I'd had the baby on my arm with a tit in his mouth asleep. I'd have one over here beside me, and then I'd have another one laying that way, and then I'd have one right here. And somewhere in the mix, their damn daddy had come in from wherever he had been laying around at. And he went to sleep on the foot of the bed this way. So we was all on a full-size bed, like sardines stuffed in a damn can. And my daughter would flop around. Not like a rotisserie chicken, but like a fish that had come to land too soon. They'd kick me all over. I'd be bruised up, busted lip. I'd have two on one arm and one on the other one. And my arms would go numb and start tingling and shit. And I'd try so hard to just flip them off of my arm without waking them up. Or I could get the sensation back. Whoo! They'd fight in their sleep. They'd beat the hell out of me. Whop! Up inside the damn head. My ears would be ringing. They'd whop me so damn hard. Whoo! I miss it. Do anything to have it back. Be whopped upside the head. It won't never be that way ever again. It's gone. Forever. Oh, yes, they are. They're stout. Mean, too. Katie liked to bite. She was a biter. My little girl, she had to sleep with me. I tried the bassinet. I tried the in-bed bassinet and the side thing bassinet, and I tried everything. And she just wouldn't have it. She had to go to sleep with the boob in her mouth. She had to be on my arm. And I know everybody's like, it increases SIDS. Well, I woke up 15 times a night. They're going to have SIDS. They're going to have SIDS regardless of where you put them. It's just something. Something's going to happen. None of mine did. All 5 of mine survived. But I don't roll in my sleep. I wake up to turn over. So I'm not flopping around in my sleep. That's another thing. A lot of times when children don't make it, their parents roll over on them on accident. So I'm very self-conscious about the little thing in my bed, and I'm not going to roll over on them. I stay in one position all night until I wake up. So that's another thing. I never had to worry about that. But my lactation nurse at UAB Hospital told me that she and her husband couldn't get an ounce of sleep until she took the baby in the bed with her. And she said, you're really not supposed to do it, and I'm not supposed to advise you to do it, but you had to do what you had to do. So all mine slept with me. My little girl, she used to breastfeed him when she got on older a little bit. And I'd get her to sleep, and I'd try to lay her down on a little pallet in the floor because I'd scared she'd roll off the couch. Or I'd put her on the couch, and I'd put something in front of her. And then I'd try to get up and go do some laundry. 5 minutes later, blood-curdling screams come in there hunting me with them fake crocodile tears. Just mad. Where in the hell do you think you're going by yourself? You ain't going nowhere without me. I used to get so damn aggravated because I couldn't do nothing. Couldn't do it while she was awake. She done fold every one of the damn clothes. Couldn't do nothing. Used to get so aggravated about it. Now I can do whatever I want, and I don't want to do nothing. Ain't that funny how that works? When you get what you want what you had. You give anything to have it back just for a minute. So anyway, I had to take her up and get her back to sleep. And I just go to bed. Hell, I was give out about that. About that time, that little kid and screaming. And when she'd go to sleep, I'd have to take my finger and stick it in her mouth and open her teeth up and get my boob nipple out of her mouth because she'd clamp down on it with her teeth while she was asleep. And I did brush her teeth and stuff, but she has my genetics, so her teeth had a lot of cavities. And you don't want to even feel that. It feels like somebody takes a knife and just stabs it right into your boob. I want to hold a baby and smell its head and then give it back to its mommy. I don't want to be pregnant and have a child. I just want to hold it and smell it. Just the fresh baby smell, where it's just had a bath and it smells just like little baby shampoo, and it's just clean and just little feet. Just want to hold one. The baby smell. They should put that in a car freshener smell. Baby smell. Or air freshener. The fresh scent of baby. I love that smell. Somebody asked me one time what I was doing. What are you doing? Ain't your damn business. Are you smelling of her head? Yes, I am, and mind you, beeswax. I do. That's weird. I said, no, it's not. Be quiet. Oh, the baby smell. Baby smell. Well, it's not weird. I used to smell of her head all the time. I'd have to wait till there wasn't nobody around because they'd all give me weird looks like, what are you doing? I'm smelling of my child. Congratulations, Grandma. And it don't make you old to be a grandma. Makes you privileged and defined, not old. So don't ever feel like you're old because you got grandbabies. Just feel like you're blessed because you're able to have some. Don't matter what they call you. As long as they don't call you late for supper. Everybody like, I feel so old. I'm my grandma. Honey. Oh, by the way, I got a bone to pick with everybody that was on my live stream last night. How dare you say that little 20-year-old that was hitting on me was old enough to be my son? Honey, he may be, but how dare you say that to me? I even took off 4 years. I'd have been like 15 years old. I've actually been about 19 or 20. But anyway, I take off 4 years. Hey, no, I'm not old enough to have a 20-year-old child. I ain't even old enough to have a 15-year-old, but I do. My daughter's 15 years old, and I remember the day that we brought her home from the hospital. I remember the day that she was cut out of me, and I had 4 panic attacks while I was tied down to a table. I remember the sensation of her popping out of my stomach, and I looked at her and she looked at me, and what the hell am I looking at? And everybody told me I'd have that instant bond with her, and I thought there was something wrong with me because I didn't. I didn't have that instant disconnection with her, and I thought I was broken. And I got it later on, but I felt bad because I didn't. I just wanted to sleep. I was 20 years old when I had her. 20. Been 15 years. I just wanted to hand her off to her daddy, and he do all the diaper changes and everything, and I just give her the boob milk and just sleep because I'd had abdominal surgery to have her, and I felt like shit, and it hurt every time I got up. But her daddy didn't do a damn thing but leave me there alone with her, and my grandma had to help me with her, and she wasn't able to. She would hold her from time to time, but that was about it. My aunt and her husband helped with her when she got a little bit older, but I was just on my own, and I put that child's diaper on so many times backwards, and I sit there and look at it. I had babysit kids, but they was all potty trained. I never changed diapers. So let me just say that. I kept on looking at it, and I was like, that don't look right to me. I don't think it's supposed to go that way. So I called somebody in there, and I said, does that look right to you? And they said, hell if I know, I ain't never had a damn kid. You couldn't YouTube things back then. If I could have YouTube video on how to properly put a diaper on a child, I would have, but I couldn't. So somebody finally told me, that's on backwards. Let me show you how to do it. Okay, sounds good to me. I was like, oh, it goes that way. And then I thought I broke her when her umbilical cord fell off. How? Has anybody ever felt like that and started crying when their little umbilical cord fell off? She had to go home from the hospital with her umbilical clamp on because her umbilical cord was still too wet. Is what they told me. So her umbilical clamp and cord fell off a couple of days later at home. She was my little baby. She would cry non-stop. Having a baby like her, I don't know why I ever had another one. I love her, but damn, she was, whoo! I was up walking the floor all damn night, all damn day with her. When I first brought her home for the first like couple of weeks, she was no, not she got constipated. Ended up having to give her some apple juice to move things along. She had problems getting her stool out early on, and it made her little belly hurt. She had gas and stuff, not like colic, but she had intestinal issues, and she about drove me dumb crazy. It was when she got about 6 months old, it was a little bit better, but when she was real little, So anyway, I got through all that shit. Then I lost custody of her from 6 months old to a year because of her daddy and all them. And I got her back when she was a year old. And I was already pregnant with the second one. So when I was 32, I'm adding about 10 years on my age. When I was about 22 or 23, I had my second. And he was my first vaginal delivery, and he weighed 7.76 pounds and was 19.5 inches long. And he was born at 42 weeks, and I'm on 1%, y'all. So if my phone dies, I'm sorry. I'm going to go over here and plug it up, but my long charger has quit working. And he was born with one working kidney. The other kidney had a blockage that they said as he grew, he would grow out of it. And as far as I know, he has. But I had to take him to specialists from the minute he was born. And Katie did not like him at all. That took her mommy away. And she did not like him. I had to watch her like a hawk. She would bite him and do things to him if I didn't keep an eye on her. They're fine now, but she didn't like him. And then I had two. And I was like, I'm good. I don't want no more. And then my ex told me I wasn't allowed to take birth control, and I did anyway, and ended up getting pregnant 8 months later with my daughter, Cassie, that I developed preeclampsia, good night, and all complications from. And I was so scared after I had her, I had an IUD put in. Then I got pregnant with Addison. After Addison, I had an infection that was supposed to damage my reproductive system, and I wasn't supposed to be able to have any more babies. And then I got pregnant 6, 7 years later with my daughter, Kathy. And then when Kathy was 2, I got pregnant again with her little brother that didn't make it into the world. And that is the end of my childbearing years. She is 5. It's been 6 years since I've been pregnant with a baby that was born. But it's only been 3 years since I've been pregnant. I was pregnant in 2022. And I lost my baby in July of that year. And so far, I've just had problems. But I'm about to get off here and go eat. Good night, y'all. Peace out. Good night.